Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It helps us more than you could imagine.
But you have actually recently moved to London. You're spending a lot more time in London.
Yeah.
And how's that been? What's it like? Do you like it here?
I love it. My plan's to stay here me and Shannon plan to stay here for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's our plan at the moment. It's so much better than Jersey, just because like the main thing is working with people who are on our time. Because in Jersey everything's finance based. There's a lot of my friends just went into just going into finance jobs and stuff. Didn't go to uni, and so there's nothing to do in the day. And filming with people is impossible because there's no one else in Jersey.
Right.
So just purely on a work base, I feel like I have massively been, even though like the video production probably doesn't look like it on the channel at the moment, but I feel like over the next year and stuff, like it will be much better.
Well, I think we have come to the conclusion when it comes to renting out a football pitch, prices.
Yes.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big thing in Jersey.
If any London-based football pitches or football teams are watching, I am very open to offers. It is horrible booking football pitches every single week.
You've been paying quite a bit of money.
Well, let's not say the numbers just yet, because if there is anyone that would just like to give Chris for free in return for this football
return for promo,
I would be surprised.
I'll do anything.
I'd be surprised that a pitch would not want to host a ChrisMD football video.
I've had a couple of chats with a few teams, but it's just like I think it's difficult at the moment because loads of teams are ripping up their pitches. Sort of poor time in the season.
It's summer as well.
Can we briefly talk about? Can we mention the video that never happened? That should have happened.
It still might happen.
Okay, it still might. Okay, so would you want to talk about that, or because I got a different topic if you want to go on to
it? Maybe a different topic.
Okay. My other topic then is so we did a video. You, me, we had. Bez, we were doing the iPhone
yes.
The iPhone challenge, and that particular pitch is one of the most expensive square.
Oh yeah, they said.
Can you explain what that was? So you hired out this pitch, and fortunately you got it at a good price.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but they told us how much this place was worth. So it's
the ground that it's on.
Ground that's on. It's central London. I can't remember what's it called? The
City of London. It's in the City of London, which is a small part within London where there's a lot of financial stuff there. And yeah, I mean you're talking like around the Moorgate area.
Yeah, it's called RAC or HAC. I can't remember which it's called, but it's basically like the only football pitch in like central London, north of the river. And they were like, "How much do you reckon this place is?" And we were like, I don't know, like it's a football pitch, but then there's like a bit more open green space and there's sort of buildings around.
Yeah, there's office buildings surrounding.
Yeah. But it looks a bit castle-y as well, so it kind of looks like it's, and we were like, I don't know, maybe like 50 mil, something like that.
I said, when the geezer asked, I said, this place like 30 mil for this spot, Yeah.
What did they say? 3 billion?
Yeah, £3 billion pounds for that land.
Yeah.
That if you were to dig up all that land and create a building, you would have to pay £3 billion.
I don't have that money.
I mean, that's what I'd pay for the 2 hours I had it for.
You got £3 billion,
mate. Non-copyrighted life is a good life.
Jesus Christ!
But that is an insane stat, and I think it's something to do with it belonging also like slightly to the army.
I think so. Cause I think it is called the Royal Artillery Complex, so I think that's why it costs that much. But
that's mental.
It was okay. It wasn't 3 billion to rent, so it was all right.
No, it was, but it was really cool because like the background, that's one of the biggest things with football pitches, at least when you're trying to make a really cool video, it always helps if the background looks really nice.
Yeah.
And this one, it was actually kind of cool because you just had office buildings in the background.
Yeah.
And one thing that I said would be really cool, we obviously did it during the time where people weren't back in offices or anything like that, but how cool would it be filming that and almost just having a camera staring right at the office buildings.
Getting the reactions.
Because there would be loads of people just looking down on the football pitch. And it's like, let's say you wrap one top bins, someone is definitely looking and going to go,
yeah, they get to see the special ChrisMD knuckle.
Yeah.
The thing I remember about that day is it was like obviously the first time I'd hired out that, so first contacts I've had with people, and like we get there and within 5, they're like, oh, there's like an Apple shoot going on. Within 5 minutes, Harry gets out these big fuck off speakers and starts playing like R&B at a ridiculous volume, and I'm just like, oh my god, like no, my relationships are just going down the drain. And then we smashed a car window and
glass all over the pitch.
But we were like, do you want us to clear it up? And he was like, no, just go over it with like the lawnmower. It was like,
Okay.
And is,
Alright,
is the R&B still playing at this point?
I
Like-
don't know. He actually did leave his speaker there, so I could have left it. But the groundskeeper said since that they've had some issues with it. But like I said, like this is what's going to happen in the video. So
are you okay with this?
Yeah, and like we signed life away and everything. So hopefully they don't come back with like.
It is what it is. You plan on hiring that place
just
out
no one
again?
play football on there anytime soon, please. Just don't goalkeep on that.
No slide
on that.
tackles,
Yeah, no
that's for sure.
slide tackles anytime soon.
Are you planning on renting that out again, or how come you haven't gone?
Yeah,
for that
it's
spot?
because cricket season, so you can't hire it out. At the moment.
Oh, because
So
it's
they
used as a
don't
cricket
know.
Cricket
pitch.
season, man. What a sport.
What a terrible sport. Right?
Rambo,
Do
we
you know what?
did not say that.
Cricket's quite fun to play, but to watch it's so
Very
bad.
boring.
Unless it's the
I like
2020 or the
yeah.
World Cup, that obviously when England
Yeah.
won, but like it's so dull.
Like
It's
I
so
always
dull.
look at it and I think, where is where is the enjoyment aspect? Like I can't really. What's the interesting bit? About
No. In 2020, what happens is it's a much quicker game, so it actually gets wrapped
Yeah.
up in a day. The problem is with Test cricket, that can go on for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And it does get a little bit like, you're tuning in again, and there are like elements which are quite enjoyable. But the 2020 is, in my opinion, the format of cricket that really needs to be pushed because
Yeah,
it's a lot
I
more
enjoy it as
digestible,
well.
and with the way the whole world works, like, we've all moved onto like TikTok, 15 seconds. Yeah. So let's cut down cricket. Let's get that down to a day. 2020, and not only that, but you see these guys going for outrageous, like they're trying to knock it for 6. They're trying to absolutely slap these
Yeah.
balls, and that's what you want to see. You want high intensity, high action, engaging sports to watch. And that's what 2020 cricket is.
Yeah.
Compared to the Test 3 days, it's probably a bit more tactical. There's maybe a bit more class about it. But ultimately, I don't give a shit. I don't have 3 days to dedicate to one game.
same.
Imagine a game of football, mate, lasting thingy with unlimited subs or something. It would just be it's so dry.
Yeah.
So listen here, cricket. If you're watching this, Mr. Cricket, just understand 2020 is the way forward.
Yep.
So, just quickly, you picked up on TikTok there.
Yeah.
For us, TikTok is terrible because I feel like anytime you say something controversial or you slip up
Yeah.
or say something in a
Yeah.
video, instantly so many people can see it now. You know,
That's
so
true.
like I feel like it's just a.
But trust me, there's a lot of
waiting
hot
to
like
happen.
the
Yeah.
football takes on this will
Are
be all
outrageous.
over.
Oh, yes,
all
yes,
over
yes,
So
yes.
you start saying so much controversial stuff that the controversial. Oh, fuck
Are
me.
you all right there, lad? How is that drink going down?
The
Okay.
controversial stuff that you're saying becomes like obviously like you're saying so much bullshit every week on this
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
that now whatever
People
we
just
say,
come to expect it.
People are just like, oh, that's just crimes, like just
Yeah.
saying his mind.
But also because it's 15 seconds, there's no context whatsoever. So like you're
No,
in
it can
trouble.
go to 60, but
Can
even
it?
then,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even then,
But they won't. Let's
But
face
no.
it, because it's funnier. if
no,
it's-
no, yeah, they did.
Some of the stuff we've had on TikTok that have got 2 million views. The other day we had
Really?
we had
Yeah. Oh,
we had
man,
one
our
there.
t-
We had
our
one
TikTok
last
pops
week. It was
so mad.
what would it take to be a gorilla? I'm saying that if you had a sword, you could beat the gorilla.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. We've had
There's lots of bits and
We've
pieces.
had how do you masturbate? Stood up,
mate,
sat
if,
down.
If there's you versus if you and a sword versus a gorilla, there's no way.
Okay,
you're
what
winning.
about you and the sword then?
Absolutely. I'd back myself more than you.
What? No, don't give me that. Don't give me. Listen, there's not too much of a difference here. You've got
true.
better center of gravity maybe and all that stuff, and he's probably more athletic, better looking.
I wouldn't
More
back
successful.
Richer, more successful, better personality, better hair, better eyebrows, nice eyes.
Yeah, been with his girlfriend for longer.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's a
But
fucking,
apart from
he's
that,
a killer.
The guy's a killer
I've
on the
got
streets.
nothing.
Apart from all those things, you've got nothing. You've got everything. Oh,
that was
he's from
the
Jersey.
joke. That was the joke, you big wally.
But honestly, I would.
I'm not sure
honestly,
it was.
Mate, but even both of us against a gorilla, I would not back us. Both with swords.
With a
Rich.
sword, two. Okay,
Rich.
two.
Two swords.
Okay,
You've gotta
let's
be
get this
crazy,
straight.
man. You're not thinking about chemistry, right? We've got a little bit of chemistry going on. We partner up.
I'm not thinking about our nation
You
link.
bend
I'm
over.
thinking- what?
I jump off your back with the sword. Boom! It's like a film. Spider-Man. I
We
go
look at
straight
the
in,
camera and go
gorilla,
for Frodo,
yeah.
and then both
yeah,
run.
we turn to the camera for Frodo. Bang! Gorilla dead.
There's no way.
RSPCA.
There's no way.
Say less.